Okay, I decided to go over and work on the fuel system. First thing I do is get this out of the way. That is called the nitro, and this is called the alcohol. Flushing fluid. That's old stuff. Probably when you run on it worth the squat. Okay, tripod. Figure out the tripod, dumbass. Okay, so I pulled the drain plug off the carburetor. So I put a big one in there purposely. This is the wrench socket that goes up in there to undo the main jet. The problem is the main jet's not coming out. Same problem I had before. Gets stuck in there. Looks like it's trying to come out. Just won't come out. Okay, so a straight screwdriver is not going to work. So, put this tripod in my way. I think I need my nose picker. There we go. We need a nose picker. There's something stuck up in the hole and shoved down on the jet in there. Like that. And shove it down. The problem is the jet's so big it's hard to feel the edge of it. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to come down. Where'd the hole go? Coming lower. There we go. New tool we got to take to track. Alright, we got the jet out. There's a jet. There's a hole through the jet. See the hole? Yeah. A small hole. Okay. Okay, we do some jet changing on this. So we got to do this, and we got to take off the fuel jets too. This is just the main jet. We have secondary jets. So this is nowhere near big enough to make this bike run on. You're on 60% nitro. You need big ass fuel volumes. None of that little dinky crap. Okay, so 16ths. So we got this jet over here on almost pretty much all the time. It's right down there somewhere. Yeah, don't drop your jets. Hard to find. Yeah. I know where it went to. It went down there. What you don't know is where it's sitting. Yeah. Yeah, it's someplace under there. Alright. Yeah. Maybe hunting for that one. That ain't the only one we need. Okay, so next one we got the fuel line here. So that'd be this one right here. No, we weren't using that. We're on the first stage. First stage is the back one. First stage is over here. That'd be this red one right here. Oh, it's already loose. Why is that loose? Must have vibrated loose going down the track. Remember, check your fuel lines after each pass. Yeah, that's, whoa. That's a big ass one. Damn, I had that feeding on that thing? Jeez. Not exactly a small one, is it? I don't know we're having that big of fuel. I thought I was feeding small stuff in this thing. Obviously not. That's number one. Which one is number one? That's number one. Jeez. I didn't know I was feeding that big in there. I thought I was feeding a small jet. That's not a small jet. Am I on the wrong side? Oh, that's VR. Okay, that's the nitrous jet. We're not using nitrous. Okay, good. I didn't think I was running that big of a jet. That'd be a lot of fuel. That's got 28 pounds of pressure behind it. At least it's supposed to. That'd be a flood. But that was loose. Okay, this is the fuel jet over here. Right off the fuel solenoid, right on up. There you go, a little small one, see? We're going to make that bigger. That's not the hole. The hole's a little small on the back. I think these are 24s. I think there's 3 24s I've been feeding on top of that big ass thing over there. Okay, so the other one is coming out of here. That's going on the other side. This one's coming over to this one here. That second stage. I'm on first stage. Dumbass. This one. The back one. Right here. That one. And then second stage, this one. That was too big, it drowned it. Okay, so that's number 2. These are number 1s. So we have both of these feeding for one stage. Okay, number 2 on this side is this one right here. And that's another, well, that was a small one. Anyway, that was too much fuel. Put the ignition out. And we got another loose jet over here. This bad one was a loose. We got 2 loose ones. Okay. Check tightness on these things. Stay over there. Okay, I gotta find my missing jet. We'll be back. Okay, I'm working our jetting right now. So I got the old jets out. Got my loopy so I can see what they are. So basically on this bike we have the carburetor flowing, which you run a 348 thou hole, I think, 345, something like that. That's the hole through it, which is not enough. Can't go any bigger because there's no more material to drill out. 300 is as big as I make, so I'm 50 thou bigger than that. Okay, so what I do is I have my nitrous system hooked up. I'm not using the bottle right now, but I'm using the solenoids. So those are fuel solenoids. So on first stage, we're feeding these 2 nozzles here, one here and one on the other side. Second stage, we feed the 2 here that are in the back, and those are still on too. They don't shut off. So you go from 2 to 4. And then 5th is up here, which is our third stage. That's the 5th nozzle feeding fuel. So we got 5 different jets we can stuff in there. They go in pairs of 2 and then a single. So what I did on that pass, where it was running a pretty good fuel mixture, is I ran these 3 jets here, which is our first stage, which these 2. We had obviously had the main jet going, and then I had the third stage, which is this one here, independent, as on there also. Now when I flipped on the second stage, these two here came on, and that shut the motor off, flooded it, hydraulic, you know, like a top field dragster, you put the poles out, you know, put a hole on this, it's all done. So I turned this one off, and it didn't matter, it was still too much fuel. So these are a 59 and a 55. So these are too big. These are 22 and 23. This was a 24. So I need to go less of this. These need to drop down in volume, but I need to up these a little bit in volume. So, and then I'm going to put one of these in here, this one here. I might go a little bit bigger on this one here because I can flip it on separate. I don't think I'll ever run all 5 feeding at once. Too much fuel. But I'm trying to make it run on the first stage, and then if I need more, I'll have this one flip on. So I want to make this a little bit bigger, and these two here need to be the same size what all three of these are, volume-wise. Now I don't have my book right now to see what the numbers are, so I'm just gonna wing it. So this is a 24. I need to probably add about 18 thou more hole size to equal the volume. So if you take 22 and 3 and you add 8 to those numbers, you're going to be about 30 thou on these things. So I can be a couple of 28s, a couple of 30s, something like that. Should get me pretty close to volume what it is with that. So that's what we're going to shoot for. So I have all my jets over here. Luckily I found this 2 hours before I was leaving, or an hour before I was leaving last time. Of course I didn't really need them, but we have them. So we have all our retard stuff in here we're not using. I think I got another container of stuff out. These are old jets. These I'm not using. This is fuel stuff. This is more of those. There's the go-to bag that I actually use. And there's a couple of extra ones. Okay, so these ones here are for running really lean fuel mixtures. They have small assholes in these. Okay, so probably not going to use those. So these are an assortment of jets here. So you see how they vary a little bit in size. So usually for warming it up, I put this one in there, which whatever size that is. It's a small ass little sucker. Where's it at? 200. That's a 200 jet. That's my little warm-up jet. I could probably drop that even further, but that's a good one. Yeah, this used to be the one I used at El Mirage. And this was a Bonneville morning in the afternoon, and this is Bonneville morning. So this is qualifier run, this is record run. Different era. So these are both, this is about 320, this one's about 350. So and you just look at them, you see the difference. And if you can't tell, you go to the other side. This one's thinner walled, and this is thinner than this one, so that makes the hole bigger. So that's the go-to one for racing. This one here is my 200 for warming up the bike, which should be adequate. And if I want to drop that down a little bit, I could, but close enough. Now the low speed jet in this bike, as I recall, is like a 90 or 93 or something like that. Somewhere around 90,000. So that's the low speed jet. Okay, these are the fuel jets that we use for the low speed, the big sizes in them, and then I got more smaller main jets, which I don't really want. I don't need them. This bag we do need. Keep that out there. This stuff here, we don't need it. We don't need none of this crap unless we got major issues. And I got another bike. Okay, so this one here we're keeping, that's going to go in for now for warming it up. So this is our go-to jet box. These I just use these strips right here. Zipper Cycles was selling these rubber pads to hold your jets. It's pretty good. Basically, I just look at the back settings, see what size holes they are by just looking at them. So we want something around 30 thousandths. Probably over in this area here might be one of them. 26. These are 26s. And that one is a 20, probably 28. Okay. Where's one of the ones at? Okay, these ones over here, right through here, look like they're about the right size. 34, no. 32. 37. These are too big. 39. Okay. Those aren't going to work. Someone's sneaking up on me over there. There's a 28 and a 37. All right, we'll be back.